What if everything you have ever believed was handed to you, not chosen by you, not discovered by you, but simply handed to you before you were even old enough to think for yourself? Today, we are going to talk about something that most people are too afraid to say out loud. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you will never see religion, pastors, or the concept of God the same way again. Stay with me. The intelligence paradox. Let us start with something interesting. Think about your pastor for a second. Think about how they stand in front of hundreds, sometimes thousands of people every single week. They hold the crowd's attention. They speak with authority. They command the room. Now ask yourself, does that not take an incredible level of intelligence? Why would a pastor buy a co? And here is where it gets uncomfortable. Because if your pastor is truly that intelligent, truly that sharp, then how is it possible that they have never stopped to question the very thing they're preaching? How is it possible that someone so smart has never looked at the Bible, truly looked at it, and asked, wait, does this actually make sense? The truth is, maybe they have. Maybe they have asked that question. And maybe, when the answer they found is not what they are telling you on Sunday morning. Why would a pastor purchase a company, convert it into a church, and then pray for job opportunities for its members? Now let us talk about something that most people confuse every single day. The difference between believing and knowing. Believing means accepting something as true without proof, without evidence, without any concrete reason other than the fact that someone told you so. Knowing means you have evidence, you have proof, you have something you can point to and say, here, this is why I am certain. So let me ask you something. When it comes to God, which one do you have? Do you know or do you believe? We have all heard the phrase, knowledge is power. But what happens when an entire system is built on replacing knowledge with faith? What happens when the most important question you could ever ask, the question of whether God exists, is the one question you are told never to ask? Think about that for a second. Because a system that cannot survive questioning is a system that knows it cannot survive the truth. The more you read, here is something that will blow your mind. There is a saying among scholars and theologians, people who have studied the Bible their entire lives, that the more you read the Bible, truly read it, the more your faith begins to shake. Not because the Bible is not fascinating, it is, but because when you read it with open eyes, when you study it without being told what to believe beforehand, you start to see things, contradictions, patterns, agendas, and the people who have read it the most are the ones standing at the pulpit every Sunday. So what does that tell you? The control system. Let us be honest about something that nobody in the church wants to talk about. The concept of God throughout all of human history has been one of the most powerful tools of control ever created. Think about it. If you can make someone believe that an all-powerful being is watching their every move, judging their every thought, you do not need laws. You do not need police. You have something far more powerful. You have fear dressed up as faith. And the tithe? Let us talk about the tithe. Every week, millions of people hand over a portion of their hard-earned money to the church, without question, without asking where it goes, without demanding accountability, because they were told that God requires it. Because they were told that blessings come to those who give. But here's the question nobody is asking. Who is actually getting blessed? You? Or the pastor driving the luxury car and living in the mansion? Imagine a pastor who walks into a community. There is a thriving business there. People working, people earning, people building their lives. That business gets torn down. A church goes up in its place. And then that very same pastor stands at the pulpit and prays for job opportunities for the same people who just lost their jobs. And the congregation says, amen, no questions. No ye outrage, just amen. That is not faith. That is a program running exactly as designed. The global mirror. Now, I want you to do something for me. I want you to zoom out. Right now, at this very moment, there are billions of people on this earth worshiping different gods, different religions, different beliefs. Each one absolutely convinced that they have the right God. Each one absolutely convinced that everyone else is wrong. The Christian thinks the Muslim is lost. The Muslim thinks the Christian is misguided. The Buddhist, the Hindu, the atheist, Everyone is certain. Everyone has faith. Everyone believes. So here's the question that should keep you up at night. Out of all of those people, out of all of those religions, out of all of those gods being worshipped right now across this planet, how are you so sure that you have the right one? Not because you studied, not because you researched, but because someone told you so. Well, your parents told you, your community told you, your culture told you, and you believe them because that is what children do. They trust the people around them, but you are not a child anymore. The programming. Here's the most powerful and most uncomfortable truth I'm going to share with you today. You did not choose your religion. Your religion chose you. Before you could think, before you could reason, before you could question anything, and the belief was already inside you, planted there by the people around you who also had it planted in them by the people around them. Generation after generation after generation. The same belief passed down, not because it was proven, not because it was verified, but simply because it was familiar. And here's how you know that programming is strong. Now, the moment someone comes to you and says, hey, what if this is not true? What is your first reaction? Is it curiosity? Is it openness? Is it a willingness to explore the question? Or is it anger, defensiveness, a sudden urge to shut the conversation down? If your first reaction is anger, that is not faith. That is a program protecting itself. I want to be very clear about something before I go. I am not here to destroy your faith. I am not here to tell you God does not exist. I am not here to take anything away from you. I am here to ask you one thing. Have you ever, truly ever, sat down in silence, away from your church, away from your pastor, away from your family and your community, and asked yourself what you actually believe? Not what you were told to believe, not what is comfortable, not what is familiar. What do you, as an individual human being who has the ability to think and reason and question, actually believe? Because a belief you have never questioned is not really yours. It belongs to whoever gave it to you. Think about it. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I genuinely want to know where you stand. And if this video made you think, even just a little, hit that like button and subscribe because we are just getting started. See you in the next one.
Next. Want the full story? Head over to my YouTube channel right now, Religion and Common Sense, link in bio. Trust me, you don't want to miss what happens next.